So guys, this is what I want to introduce to you here. 3 dumb simple rules. Ganun lang siya. Bakit siya 3? Kasi mas madaling alalahanin. 3 because it's a magic number, di ba? Parang pag 3 yan, madaling maalala. So I want you to think of this as something na baka nga kaya mo lang siya slowly alalahanin and then try. Let's just try to implement it. And that's why this is something that I wanna say to my younger self back then. Jax, kung meron ka lang itong 3 na inalala mo siya back then, I think mas marami akong meron right now or mas malaki, let's say, natabi ko rin. Diba? Mas malaki rin sana yung naging investments ko yung mga ganon. But sige, let's begin. Rule number 1. It's as simple as, for everyone lang to, huwag mong gastusin lahat ng kita mo. It's as simple as, diba? Kung ano yung in-earn mo, ano yung kita mo, huwag mo siya tingnan as kailangan mo siyang i-zero out. Sometimes kasi, when we have the money inside, or paminsan nasa payroll na natin, sa ATM na natin, nakikita natin, uy, ang dami kong pera. And we have the tendency, syempre, dahil nakikita mo na siya, pwede ko siyang gamitin. Meron pa akong sobra. Meron pa akong natitira. And pwede ko siyang inet-net na, okay, zero. Kasi, at the very least, meron ka pang pera pang do a lot of your different things. But remember, a lot of the challenges sometimes that we might have is also the very famous Filipino word na parang isang kain, isang tuka. Or parang, di ba parang isang kain, isang tuka, parang ganun siya na sobrang sakto lang lahat ng money mo. Because lahat na uubos mo. And then in the next payday naman, that's the same cycle again. Mauubos na naman lahat. And then the next payday cycle, mauubos na naman lahat. So, di ba that's the challenge with that cycle na parang, okay, lagi ganito yung mangyayari, lagi ganito yung mangyayari. And I wanna share na, syempre, when I was growing up rin, and when I was in my career rin, I had those times rin na parang, oh my gosh, parang alam ko na yung feeling ng petsa de peligro. Yung parang tipong kailangan ko na magtipid ng 2 to 3 days before the sweldo kasi nga parang mauubos na siya or parang kailangan mo na siya ipagkasya. And that's one thing that, I really told myself na ayoko to ma-experience in the future because sabi ko, iba yung stress level nun eh. To be honest, like stress really does make you old. It does really give you parang a lot of sicknesses. I believe in that, and I am honest, guys, that financial stress is really taking a toll in a lot of people's life. And I don't want to say na never ko siya na-experience. I had experienced that, diba? Especially when I was working, na talagang ko ipagkasya ko, especially kung meron mga gastos na hindi ko in-expect. And that's one thing na sinasabi ko, kaya why do I create this content? It's because, no, let's try. Hindi tayo pwedeng ganon because iba yung stress level nun, nakakaloka talaga. That's why, remember, rule number 1, huwag mong gastusin lahat ng kita mo. Which brings us to rule number 2, magtabi bago gumastos. Okay, ito talaga yung sikreto ng mga mayayaman, di ba? With so many of those mga pinapanood ko, mga binabasa ko, it's always paying yourself first. And my friend will always tell me, self-love is never selfish. Ibig sabihin lang, di ba? Before mo ilabas yung other expenses mo, why not magtabi ka muna for yourself? When we budget, when you get your payroll, when you get the money, ang unahin mo now is, number 1, savings. Or, ano ba yung itatabi mo para sa sarili mo? Diba? Kahit gaano kalaki o kaliit man yan, kailangan magtabi ka muna for yourself. Hindi kasi masama na magtabi or unahin mo sarili mo. You're working. Naghihirap ka. And a little self-love for yourself is never selfish. And it's your treat for yourself. It's a pat on your back. It's because if lagi ka na lang, tipong binigay mo na lahat, ubus na ubus ka, how do you think you will in the future earn more, have more income, create more revenue stream, take on more jobs, enhance your own personal skills if you don't pay yourself first? Diba? Lahat ng mga natutunan na nalaman natin sa buhay is by experience, is by learning from others as well. That's why paying yourself first should always be important and should always be key. Isipin mo guys, diba? When it comes to also magtabi, think, saan ka ba magtatabi? I always recommend, di ba, guys? Kung magtatabi kayo, why not explore high-yield savings account, mga digital banks? Kahit papaano, guys, mataas pa rin yung mga interest na binibigay ng mga digital banks. Cbank, Maya, CIMB. There's a lot that's coming out right now, and they're all PDIC insured, di ba? Of up to 1 million pesos. So, di ba, keep your account safe. Then for sure naman, if ever knock on wood sa kasamang palad, magsara yung bangko na yon, you're insured for up to 1 million pesos din. And ang kagandahan doon, you get the interest. Diba? It earns interest at a higher rate compared to a traditional bank. Diba? Yun yung parang importante na why not unahin natin yun. And also, itabi nyo and create and start building your emergency fund. Because yung emergency fund, safety net natin yan. 3 to 6 months of your monthly expenses, yun ilagay nyo. And lagay nyo siya sa high yield savings account sa digital bank kasi nga at least kumikita ng interest yan. Now, Siyempre, sabihin nyo, uunahin ko ba yung savings account ba? Or dapat ba mag-invest na muna ako? Or unahin ko ba yung emergency fund ko? I always say, unahin nyo talaga emergency fund nyo. It's because your emergency fund can be your safety net whenever something happens. And I always like to give this example ko dati na parang, buti meron ako emergency fund because nung nagkasakit ako at nagpa-test ako at nagpa-check ako sa doktor, guys, yung HMO ko sa office did not even cover everything na test na yon. And I was just there for 6 hours. Naglabas pa ako ng 15,000 pesos. And na-max out ko yun yung outpatient ko doon sa HMO na yun. Kaya parang sabi ko, grabe, mahal talaga magkasakit. But because you have your emergency fund, at least alam kong meron ako paghuhugutan yan. So that's one. Now, rule number 3, it will lead to my favorite part rin. Once, di ba? Rule number 1, di ba? Huwag mong gastusin lahat ng mga kinita mo. It's a simple stat. Rule number 2, magtabi ka muna. Magtabi ka ng para sa'yo. Meaning, savings, emergency funds, dapat meron na muna yan. Then, it leads to rule number 3. Jax, kung mas maaga lang ko ginawa ito, ito yung sinasabi ko, invest sa mga boring or invest your money. Why do I say na invest sa boring? So, a lot of investments, na-try ko na rin yan. During the pandemic, nagtayo tayo ng mga laro-laro, ng mga meron kang mga scholars. And then, syempre, hindi ko talaga siya fully inintindi. It's just that, syempre, my brother was saying na, oh, may mga scholars na ganito na pwede mo explore, tapos pwede kumita yung pera mo, pwede lumaki yung pera mo. And in the first 2-3 weeks, kumita naman talaga siya. And then, now, wala na. Hindi ko na nakita yung pera niya. Parang naging zero na siya or parang lugi na siya. And nawala na siya parang bula talaga. And the thing there is my sister invested, my brother invested, and then and then me, I invested. So, tatlo kami. And medyo malaki yun kasi may minimum yun na kailangan bilhin. And it's a few thousands. I think umabot yun ng 100,000 din yan. So, because uso siya noon, feeling ko gusto ko rin siya, hindi ko talaga siya inintindi. O ayan, nasaan na yung pera, Jax Reyes? Nawala. Diba? There's so many other types of investments nung bata rin ako na hindi ko talaga siya inintindi. Or parang nasusway kasi ako na parang, ay baka maganda to. So that's why, diba, why do I say na parang invest tayo sa mga boring? It's because, what are some of the, for me, boring type of investments, diba? Treasury bills, treasury bonds, this is government-backed. Treasury bills are short-term, so less than 1 year yan. Treasury bonds are long-term, diba? Usually nasa more than 1 year to 5 years. These two are taxable. May interest earnings natin dyan are taxable, diba? Withholding tax is 20%. But these are government-backed. Ang kagandahan dyan, guys, very safe yan. Usually, diba? The government will always have money to pay these back kasi pinapautang mo yung pera mo sa gobyerno for education, for infrastructure, or for whatever man usage. And interest payments niyan, or parang coupon rates, or na binibigay sa atin yan, usually is by quarter. Parang binibigay sa atin. And after mag-mature na yon, isosoli naman yung pera sa atin ng kabuuan ng in-invest natin. So that's one, diba? Those are very boring, those are very safe. The other things that I love to say then, diba? Ano pa? Pag-ibig MP2, 6-7% dividend rate every year. Yun nga, lock money mo for roughly 5 years. But isipin mo, maganda siya for your retirement, diba? Ang laki rin ng dividend na nakikita mo dyan. And I create so many videos on that as well. Then you have pera, diba? If you want pera naman, retirement yan. Tax-free rin siya katulad ng Pag-ibig MP2. This one naman, yung pera naman, is more funds, diba? You can invest in mutual funds or UITFs, which it kind of follows the stock markets. So, those are some other options that you may take. Siyempre, mas higher risk naman yung pera. But syempre, there are also funds that are lower risk, di ba? Yung mga ini-invest niya is yung mga, let's say, ang gobyerno or let's say yung mga kumpanya. And last but not the least, you also have the UITFs and you have your mutual funds as well. Di ba? I have lots of videos on that rin. Pwede yan sa GCash, pwede yan sa mga bangko mo as well. You can create your account. Then, ako personally, I do love to buy the funds that follows the S&P 500. Because, di ba, historically, you always see that the S&P 500, ang net return niya or parang ang balik niyang pera or growth niya is usually at 10%. Kaya parang ang laki ng potential growth. And if iniiwan ko lang yung money ko yan, iniisip ko, what if in the next 30 to 40 years, how much kaya yung potential growth ng pera ko? And ang ganda niyan for my retirement. Boring siya because hindi siya as savvy, hindi siya like yung mga uso na nakikita natin na nagta-times 50, times 100 yung mga growth ng pera. But it's relatively, personally for me, I put my money, clockwork, every 15th, every 30th of the month, mag-invest ako, maglagay ako. And then, every year, tinitingnan ko na lang siya every quarter, or every 6 months, or every year na lang, titingnan ko yung growth. Hindi ko siya binabantayan every single day. Personally, I do not like stocks that much or yung mga other mga sobrang uso na mga investment type because hindi ko gusto yung nagbabantay ako ng graphs ng market or parang ayokong maloka ako worrying, hala, ito ba time to sell? Ito ba yung time to buy? Ito ba yung time to, alam mo yun, yung parang syempre the stock market is like that, yung mga forex trading is also something like that. So it's so hard to time the market and may iba magaling dyan. But personally ako, it's not for me. Kaya nga parang, again, guys, this is not financial advice. Make sure that you do your research before you invest in anything. Diba? Lagi ko sinasabi sa inyo yan. Kaya pag tinatanong nyo, Jax, ano ba yung best? There's a best for you. I cannot say na ito yung dapat yung gawin. For me, it's always like there's a best for you. Tingnan mo where you're comfortable, ano naniniwala mong products, ano yung investment products that you believe in, that you trust, then dun ka mag-invest doon. Again, diba, invest sa boring because hindi siya as exciting, hindi siya the glamorous mga ganun. But it's consistent, diba? For example, Warren Buffett, diba, ganun niya kinita yung pera niya. Funds, bonggang-bongga siya. And even on the study back then, diba, sabi niya mga hedge funds ang kinompete niya, diba? Ay mga, let's say, yung mga stockbrokers yung nag-compete siya, sabi niya, okay, yung pinakamagaling. Plus siya na usually funds lang siya. He even outperformed all of the best ng mga hedge funds na yon. So that's why I'm saying na boring has its thing, has its charm. But again, personal ko lang yung younger self na Jax, baka dapat ito yung ginawa natin dati, diba? So, some of the real-life examples that I usually hear and that I usually want to see rin, diba? I do have a calculator here, diba? Tingnan mo, what if si Ate Marites, let's just say si Ate Marites to, nakuha ko to sa MP2 savings calculator na website. Ang ganda ng calculator, you can guys try it out as well. 500 peso a month siya and after 5 years, meron na siya pang emergency and kumita na yung pera niya, diba? That's one thing that I say na, why not? Diba? Ang ganda ng mga ginawa niya. Tingnan mo to, at 6.5% dividend rate. Dividend amount niya for 5 years is 5,364.63. Imagine kung mas malaki lang yung binibigay mo. Let's try another calculator. What if ginawa mong 10,500 pa rin siya, pero every month, nag-increase ka ng 1,000 sa monthly contribution mo. Lumaki to 10,544.21 na siya with the compounded. And I always recommend you to do the compounding para guys, it uses time to increase and let your money work harder for you. Diba? Kaya nga lagi sinasabi, start early kung kaya lang siya. And what else? Another story here that you can see rin, no? What if si Kuya Jun, let's say Kuya Jun tayong tao, nag-invest siya sa mutual funds or UITF, di ba? Na fina-follow yung stock, yung S&P 500. Di ba? Hindi niya kailangan yan araw-araw tingnan, bantayan. Pero for sure, after 3 years, di ba? Kumita siya. A good example, what if yung, pakita ko sa inyo yung BPI portfolio ko. Ito is really following the S&P 500. Tingnan nyo yan, di ba? This is almost a year, 2 years, di ba? At least may growth pa rin siya. And matutuwa ka dyan. And I don't check it every day. Naglalagay lang ako dyan consistently. Every 15th of the month, palagang naka-calendar siya sa akin. So guys, this is a short video rin naman. But, di ba, yun lang. So guys, kung nahihirapan ka with personal finance, don't worry, I get you. Kasi nandiyan din naman ako. Kaya nga sabi ko, these are the 3 dumb, simple rules. Kasi nga, hindi ka nag-iisa. Kung ako nga, di ba, ganun ako noon eh. Talagang alam ko yan eh. And even sometimes, there are things now that I still don't know, but I'm still learning. And every time I learn something, I would definitely share it with you, di ba? That's the good news. Kaya siyang aralin, kaya siyang i-experience. You can start small. You can start now. Ang bad news lang talaga dun is if hindi ka kikilos, guys, forever ka talagang magproblema, forever mo hindi magigets ang personal finance, forever mo hindi mo aayos yung financial journey. You have to just start small, but ang importante dyan, and the most important thing is start now. Hindi mo kailangan ng maraming pera. You can start with 500 pesos. If you haven't watched my, di ba, start investing with 5,000 pesos. If nandun ka na sa dumb, simple rule number 3, watch that. Diba? 5,000 pesos. Pwede pang babaan yan, walang problema. It depends on you. But I really hope, guys, these 3 dumb, simple rules will stick. Number 1, huwag mong gastusin lahat ng kita mo. Number 2, diba? Make sure magtabi ka muna para sa'yo. And number 3, invest sa boring, if ever that is for you. I hope you enjoyed this vlog, guys. I really do hope na makabuluhan siya. Comment down below, share it with me as well. Hindi tayo sasawang mag-create ng content. And guys, I'm rooting for you. Kaya kung kailangan nyo ng kakwentuhan, kailangan nyo ka-share ng journeys nyo because takot kayo either utangan kayo kasi alam kong maraming ganun, diba? Ako na lang ang kwentuhan nyo. Promise, hindi ko kayo uutangan. Secondly, hindi rin ako maghihingi ng pera sa inyo na mag-invest. Kaya if ever may nag-message sa inyo, guys, budol yan, scam yan. Hindi po ako yan. Kasi I will be rooting for you. I will never force you to do something and I will never ask money from you, guys. I hope you enjoy and guys, I'll see you on the next vlog. Bye, guys.